If you're looking to dress up any ordinary room, think about installing crown molding. With the proper tools and setup, installation can be easy. While wood is a common choice for crown molding, urethane is also popular on the market now. Urethane crown molding is lightweight, flexible, and it looks like solid wood. It also comes pre-primed, simplifying the painting process. As with any project, the ease of completing a crown molding job is determined by the setup of the tools. First, installing crown molding is a two-person job. Second, you want to set your tools up and your materials in the general area where the molding is to be installed. Third, you will have to have a miter saw. First, to get the measurements for the crown molding, measure each wall at the ceiling height from corner to corner. The length will be the long points for the molding when cutting inside corners at a 45-degree angle. If you have an outside corner, the measurements from the wall to the corner will be the short point for the molding on that angle. When you have the measurements for the room, begin cutting the molding. We cut this crown molding in position on the saw, meaning the molding is set on the saw at the same angle it will be installed on the wall and ceiling. Position the molding on the saw upside down and backwards for the best cuts. To help alleviate any confusion with the cuts, make slash marks on the molding indicating the direction of the cut. It also helps to visualize how the piece will fit when installed, with the saw base acting as the ceiling and the fence representing the wall. As mentioned earlier, it can be difficult to distinguish between left-handed cuts and right-handed cuts, so remember to check twice before cutting. More than once, we lost sight of which way the cut was supposed to go during this project. A good rule to follow is, if you are cutting an inside corner on your right-hand side, turn the saw blade to the left. For a left-handed corner, move the blade back to the right. To minimize the effects of expansion and contraction of the molding over time, you want to install the molding as tightly as possible. The makers of this urethane recommend cutting the molding a 1/4 inch longer on each 10-foot section to ensure a snug fit and to create a small amount of tension while installing the pieces. For non-corner seams, use straight butt joints or the factory cuts rather than angle cuts. With crown molding, properly fitting outside corners can be more challenging than inside corners, because the angles are reversed and the corners are often the most visible in a room and need to be nearly perfect to look good. There's an easy formula to remember with this process also. To cut outside right-hand corners, turn the saw blade to the right so the long point is the opposite of an inside corner. For an outside left-hand corner, make sure that the saw blade is turned to the left. If you do the cuts correctly, the outside corners will truly show off the visual design features of the crown molding. When the molding pieces are cut, hold them in position to test for length and fit. Because not every corner will be exactly 90 degrees, you might need to cope the ends of the molding for a better fit. All coping is removing material from the thickness of the molding so that it fits better. With urethane, one nice thing is you can use a standard utility knife to shave off the material. Keep removing material until the corner fits as tight as possible. A coping saw is also a recommended tool for making these fine adjustments. To install urethane molding, first apply beads of top-quality urethane construction adhesive along the entire top and bottom surfaces that will contact the wall and ceiling. Be sure to apply adhesive to all the joints as well. Start with one corner and press the molding into place. Then swing the other corner into position so the molding is slightly bowed in the middle. After securing the corners, press the rest of the molding into place along the surface and fasten with non-corrosive nails every 16 inches along the top and bottom edges of the molding. Because there is adhesive on the molding, this method also is cleaner and prevents the adhesive from contacting other parts on the wall or ceiling. If you do get adhesive in areas where you don't want it or it seeps out from behind the molding, use the wet rag immediately to wipe it clean. If the adhesive leaks out during the drying process, use a utility knife to score the material or remove it after it's dried. With wood molding, the adhesive is not necessary, but it does help. Also, wear latex gloves to keep fingerprints off the white molding and adhesive off your hands. Before installing this molding, we painted it to match the ceiling color. That way we could just touch up the nail holes and gaps upon completion. Now for those gaps in the joints or the nail holes that you're going to fill in, use a good premium spackle or non-shrink spackle or paintable caulk and touch up with paint after it dries to finish the job. Good luck, and remember to measure twice and cut once. Thanks for watching.